Hey, thanks for watching another video. If you're a follower of my photography page on Facebook, you've probably seen a few of the before and after edits I post periodically. Today I'm going to show you one of the edits in progress. First, I'll start with a clarification of the program I'm using, Adobe's Lightroom. Unlike programs such as Photoshop, Lightroom is not a photo manipulator. Rather, it's a photo processor. Simply put, Lightroom's purpose is the same as a film photographer's darkroom. Process the raw data captured by the sensor on a digital camera. Although Lightroom is geared towards processing of raw files, JPEG files may be processed as well. You may be surprised to find that a camera shooting in JPEG actually captures raw data and processes it in a similar fashion before saving as a typical JPEG file. These processes are manufacturer and camera specific. They are usually defined by picture control. On a Nikon, you would probably have standard, neutral, vivid, and so on as a picture control setting, and this would apply a setting to all of your pictures that you take in JPEG. A RAW file has no preset added, it's just the raw data, so it's up to us how we process it in Lightroom. Alright, let's get started on the edit of the RAW file. Right here I have the already edited file right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and reset it. First thing I'm going to do right now, just so I don't forget it, I don't do it on every image, I'm going to enable profile corrections and remove chromatic aberration. Might add just a little sharpening, just a little, not necessary. Alright, now I'm going to start off by changing the tint on this. It's a little bit green, so I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. I'm just using the up and down arrows on my keyboard. Color temperature, put it about there. For now, might fine tune it later. Contrast, I'll add a little, maybe 10. Clarity, maybe 25 or so. Highlights, I'm going to bring that down to negative 50 maybe. Maybe not quite that much. 45, I don't know. How 48, compromise there. Shadows, maybe 25 or so. And that looks about it. I'm going to add some saturation, maybe, or vibrance rather, maybe about 30, maybe 5 for saturation. Looks pretty good. Alright, now I'm going to adjust the white and black points using the tone curve. Make sure this is on point curve. Alright, so I'm just going to drag the top end of this down to the bottom of the histogram right there, where it starts going up. Black point I'll pull down just a little bit. I won't do a complete black point right now because I'm going to add a brush adjustment down here on just the ground. Make sure you get all of the ground. Try not to get any of the sky, or at least not too much of it. And now, for this particular image, I'm going to turn up the highlights. Maybe 15 or 18. Alright, now I'm going to turn the saturation up to maybe 30. Now it looks a little blue right now, but I'm going to turn the color temperature up. Maybe about there. And the tint needs to go just a little bit towards the red. Maybe about there. I'll turn the color temperature down just a little. Alright, that looks pretty good. Okay, now for the sky. Going to add a gradient. Sorry, this is going slow because the screen recorder I have going. Alright, I'm going to hold shift and that makes everything horizontal. Now I'm going to turn down the color temperature a little, maybe negative 10. Going to turn down the exposure a little, maybe negative 0.1. A little bit of saturation, maybe 10. Okay, maybe a little contrast. Okay, now We're going to move on to the individual colors. Blue looks just a little bit green, so I'm going to go towards the red just a little. Maybe 5, 4. Maybe just a little bit of saturation, not too much. 5 maybe. The aqua, that's when we're starting to get into the greenish look right here, and I don't like that very well. Maybe you do, but I don't really. So I'm going to bring it down just a little, maybe negative 25, and I'm going to bring the hue towards the red. Green, I don't like all that well, because that's, again, the same look. You don't want to go too far with the green slider, because you'll see you'll get a band right there. The green's not usually very thick, but when you have a hazy day there will be a little bit of green in there. So maybe negative 25. Yellow, we're getting into the actual sunrise color itself, so maybe a little towards the red. Just a little, not too much. Same thing with the orange, maybe just a little. Again, not too much. And the red, maybe a little too. I might add a little saturation. Maybe 5 there, maybe 3 here. Don't want to go too far. Okay, that looks pretty good. And just to show you, I'm going to go into the purple real quick. See if there's a whole lot there. Not too much. So I'm just going to leave that as is. Alright, just to show you the color correction we did right there. Yeah, I like that. Okay. And of course I'm working on a calibrated monitor so I can actually see the colors I'm editing. Really nice. Okay, I think that's about it. Might fine-tune the black point just a little now. Maybe right there. Just a touch more on the white point. And I'm going to go back into this brush and I'm going to add just a little bit of clarity to the ground. Not too much. You know, maybe I like it around 10. Tiny bit of contrast. About right there. And brightness looks pretty good. You know what, I'm going to go just a little more on the saturation. Maybe 35 there. And bring up the color temperature just a little bit. Yep, I like that. Okay, are you ready to see the before and after? Hit the backslash button on your keyboard to go to the before. Uh-oh. Well, instead I'll push reset. There's the original before, and I'm going to push Control plus Y to bring back the edit I just did. Why is that not? I wonder if it, oh, there it is. Alright, yes, there. So, there is the original raw file, unedited, just brought into Lightroom. And there is the full edit using just Lightroom. So it's similar to a dark room for film photographers. I'm not going to say it's identical because it is not. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. See you later.